Jan Blachowicz is the current light heavyweight champion, but many pick Israel Adesanya to take his belt in their UFC 259 confrontation. Yes, Izzy with 15 knockouts is one of the most dangerous strikers in the UFC. But the Polish fighter, despite being a UFC champion, is always overlooked. Just ask Dominic Reyes, Corey Anderson and Luke Rockhold. Jan Blachowicz must not be passed over in this fight because he is capable of knocking out opponents with a single punch. Blachowicz calls this legendary Polish power, and he made it clear that all he wants is one punch. The fighter has 8 knockouts in his career, with 3 of them coming in his last 4 victories over Luke Rockhold, Corey Anderson and Dominic Reyes. Adesanya has the advantage in both height and reach, 2 inches taller and has 2-inch reach advantage. But the Polish fighter is a natural light heavyweight. Adesanya is a middleweight fighter, usually weighs 185 pounds. Blachowicz, on the other hand, would need to cut weight to hit the 205 pounds. The main advantage for Jan Blachowicz is the general frame, which could create problems for Adesanya, mostly his big legs, as the Polish fighter uses his leg kicks very often. And if Adesanya can't stop Blachowicz from moving forward, it will be a long night for the kickboxer. Adesanya has never fought someone with a frame like Blachowicz, which may be a factor in him losing the 205 belts. Before I continue, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more MMA content. Jan Blachowicz always been an underdog, even after winning the light heavyweight championship. Before his rematch with Corey Anderson in early 2020, Jan Blachowicz was mainly seen as the last potential barrier to the American fighter before getting the title shot. Blachowicz then destroyed Anderson with a knockout that ended the fight just after 3 minutes in the first round. After Jon Jones left the division, Blachowicz was matched up against Dominic Reyes in a fight to crown a new light heavyweight champion. Since Reyes had almost defeated Jones in their fight months ago, he was supposed to crush Jan to take the title and secure his place as the new 205-pound king. Blachowicz knocked out Reyes in a series of punches in the second round into their fight, giving him the undisputed light heavyweight championship. By those 2 fights, it will be insane to ignore Blachowicz any longer, but just weeks before his first title defense in a champion vs champion against Israel Adesanya at UFC 259, he is once again a major underdog. Here is why it will be difficult for him. The counters of Izzy. Adesanya will do most of his work from the outside against a threat like Jan. The Nigerian will be approaching this fight in a smart manner. I think Adesanya's best weapon will be how clean he can counter his opponents with good hits. If the fight comes down to one single thing, it will be likely that he'll have to be able to strike Blachowicz hard enough to keep the Polish from coming forward. If he can do that, the champ will get this belt. The movements of Adesanya. Jan, as I said in my last video, needs to lock up his opponents against the cage, but Izzy has shown himself to be very difficult to corner up until now. His footwork on the back foot is probably the best in MMA. He's not gonna be worked straight backwards very easily. Jan is built like a heavyweight, walking around at 225-235 pounds. His muscle mass might be impressive to the average fan, but it can be a weakness against a guy that is very active and gets more speed and cardio. Yet if the champ makes even the slightest error, he could end up on his back. Striking. Adesanya got the edge due to his natural creativity and well-rounded striking experience. Regularly, Izzy comes in with 48% striking accuracy, typically landing about 4 significant strikes every minute. He has been able to land without allowing counters. That's because he is extremely accurate. Per the numbers, Adesanya has the lead when it comes to volume and striking accuracy. Final thoughts. Blachowicz is an excellent defender. He doesn't put himself in bad positions too much, and he should be able to deal with Adesanya's power because he has met tougher enemies in the past. Blachowicz's only loss since 2017 was a third-round TKO to Thiago Santos, who is one of the UFC's best fighters. I think Blachowicz will survive this 5-round fight without being knocked out. However, I don't see how he will win unless Adesanya commits a defensive error. And with his undefeated record, I don't see Adesanya making a mistake in this game. This fight is very interesting to me and I want to know your opinion. Who do you think will win come fight night? Leave your comments below and remember to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.